Actually, can I just do your biggest Americano, please, with soy milk? Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Oh, like, wow. I need coffee this morning. Oh, that's hot. Firstly, let me say thank you so much for all the love that I received on my socials yesterday around the espresso interview. It was really a great interview. And I wasn't kind of expecting people to be like that supportive, but it was really incredible. And I really felt the love. So, thank you. And then secondly, I did, in fact, chop my hair. It's about here high now. So it's just out of the neck area. It's summer and it's hot and it was like in my neck and it was bothering me. And now it's like nice and light and easy to manage. So my hair was actually cut by my sister-in-law, Gaino George. Shout out, Gaino. Thank you for doing the things with my hair. Gaino's actually a now third year, I think, hairdressing student. And she's really good. And she's done my hair like a number of times now. We kind of chopped it with layers and it was like here by my shoulders. And I wore that for about 2 weeks and I was like, nah, I need a chop. So I had it lifted a little bit more and now it's kind of like more straight, almost bobbish kind of. But it looks gorgeous. I'm actually running a little bit late. It is day 1 of Gender Dynamics' conference. Yesterday was the pre-conference kind of strategy meeting and today's the actual conference itself. So I'm kind of running a little bit late for that because it's about to start in like 15 minutes. So yeah, gotta get moving. Okay, so today's conference is organized by Gender Dynamics and GDX have been working in higher education spaces to try and make effectively universities more inclusive of trans identities. And so this conference is effectively bringing together a whole bunch of civil society sector, human beings, and people in higher education and people in government to try and plot a way forward to try and make these spaces more trans inclusive. I mean, so this as part of a lot of the kind of ongoing work that I've been doing around what advocacy looks like for trans people in different spaces. And I kind of brought up the context in which, you know, we exist currently in South Africa. And sometimes that's really difficult and really problematic. So my former boss and friend, who is the ED of Gender Dynamics, did the opening address. And as part of that opening address, because it is Trans Day of Remembrance, said something that I've been trying to articulate on this channel for the longest time, but I think Liberty said it so incredibly beautifully today.
I'm thinking about David Olaine, who was set alight, burnt alive for simply being who they were. And today we've got a chair on the stage in the middle that will act as a reminder of who we don't have. Who we don't have with us that should be speaking. And so when we are dialoguing, let us constantly be reminded of who we don't have, that should be here, and whose lives have been taken away far too soon. The life expectancy of a transgender woman of color is between 30 and 35. In the prime of our lives. And so we would be reminded that that comes as a consequence of a system that violates us consistently and perpetually.
Time it gives you more than you can make. Oh.
I mean, also on this channel, we're trying to create a sense of like joy around what it means to be trans and what it means for me to like navigate these spaces. But part of that reality is that things aren't always rosy, and it is incredibly difficult to be trans in this world. Yeah. In the last like 2 years, particularly justice and Home Affairs have really kind of come on board. Home Affairs also then published, or is busy working on like a policy around how it manages identity in the country. So all those issues that we were talking about now around migrants coming to the country and having to prove that you're gay, having to prove that you're trans, to try and do away with all of those things. So to make that process kind of smoother. You can actually go a little higher, I think, like maybe.
It was a cloudy day, stuck in a traffic jam, swamped on a busy street. Now it's feeling like a clam. Already on the edge, just timber on the rise. The driver smiles at me and say, oh, life could be so simple, but taking the day away, making time for some loving, put your son on replay. I'm watching an old-time movie, follow the clouds go by, and drift in the sky. Things never fit to place if you stay so uptight. Just drop off your pretends to make them right. So when you get a bad day and things turn to the worst, remember these words.
While sometimes trying to navigate these difficult spaces, I'm reminded to breathe. Let your hair down and live in a space that is a little tender.
Oh.